All right, we're live. It's nighttime. Sorry, Aaron. How's it going?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I got you.
I just realized I was muted that
Good.
entire.
Yourself?
Good, good. Yeah. Happy Friday.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. Happy weekend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Any big plans?
I don't think I have the myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, so we are throwing a
Nice.
party for her. All the
Sick.
siblings. That's the reason why I'm in Mexico City right now.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
so she turns 60 tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we're doing I don't know, a salon or whatever. No, like I don't know how you call that, but it's just a big space for parties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a.
and and we invited like the neighbors and her friends and all that.
Okay.
So it's pretty significant
Oh, yeah. You know everyone's coming. You know.
for her. She had a rough,
Oh,
so everyone chipped in, including my dad, even though it was not his idea. So we just told him like, "Oh, you gotta give us this much money." He's like, "All right, I guess."
that's awesome. um. Yeah, that's. I mean, so,
So yeah.
party hall.
What about you
Y'all are going
guys?
to be there till like 6 a.m. probably, kind of thing, right? Like the, oh, hey, Aaron, I think your internet's not that stable right now. Can you hear me? Okay. Did we lose Aaron? He's very pensive,
You just unmuted my mic. I've been muted. You muted me the entire time.
which is really quick because I couldn't like I was there was like squirrels running around. I couldn't tell if it was like coming from Aaron or you. Sorry. You taking notes?
I am actually.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited for this one. Aaron's frozen, but I'm excited for this one because he BPI, same injury as me and Vic.
Yeah.
Got 1.5 million questions.
Yeah. Motorcycle. It was a year ago too.
A year ago. Nice.
Almost a year ago. I think it was. I think I saw the 25th of what's it called, of January. Let me see
Well,
if I can.
while he was gone, let's talk about other stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
are you signing up for? Have you? We signed the sign-ups are on the 15th January for the games.
Oh, for the Open.
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
I think it's the 15th.
The 15th. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's coming up. I mean it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I have I don't know, I'm gonna go see a hand specialist for my wrist,
Yeah.
just specifically that right there because that already gives me pain, just
Oh
moving it
shoot.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I might not be competing this year with what they say because if I can
No.
get that, if I can get, let's see if I can do this. If I can get like this right here scraped,
Uh-huh.
because basically what happened is when I got in my accident, I messed this entire hand up, and I had a plate here, and I had the plate taken out specifically so I can power clean because it basically locked my wrist into place. So I got the plate out, but they didn't scrape all like the cartilage and all the other access stuff that grew with that plate being there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it gets super binded up and push it against my wrist. So like I can't. It hurts really bad to do push-ups or do like power cleans.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Aaron.
Hey Aaron.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if it's maybe my connection. It's a little choppy here, but sorry.
It's okay. We'll get
You're
through
good.
it.
You're
Tyler,
good.
I don't think we've been introduced though.
We have not. I'm Tyler.
What's
Tyler's
up?
the third fittest one-armed dude officially
Oh,
in
no.
2024.
I mean, that's a pretty strong arm, though.
Oh, let's do that one or this one.
I mean, who needs two arms when you got one that is stronger?
I'd rather just cut
than most people.
I'd rather cut the bad one off. I'm ready to cut it off as I'm riding with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Yeah, Tyler was injured in a accident as well, motorcycle, I think, too.
Yeah, I was on a dirt bike and I got ran over. And probably got the same BPI injury as you, and then I got my BPI to my shoulder or my deltoid, and then ripped the tendon or the nerve that goes to your bicep. I ripped that one in half too, so I don't have a bicep or a shoulder, but I have hand movement in my bad arm, which makes it better. We keep losing Aaron.
Rip Aaron. Yeah, I mean, I remember you talking about kind of going the amputation route in the games, and I was like, if you can hold stuff and you can push a door open, I don't know. To me, but again, the thing we always go back to is the pain, right? Like the possibility of amputation.
It's pain, but it's also there's so much inconvenience that comes with it, and also, but there's going to be an inconvenience both ways. Like the one thing I keep telling myself is, like right now, I can tie shoes and I can put my belt on. I wouldn't necessarily be able to do both of those, like with one arm. Maybe a belt, but tying shoes would be impossible.
Yeah, you'd have to totally learn.
But I hate having this use a strap. Like I use these straps. I always have these fucking straps with me at all times.
Yeah,
and it just drives me fucking nuts. Or every time I go into the gym that doesn't know me, the gym that I don't normally go to, it's rotator cuff.
Oh yeah, I had that once.
Yeah, and then I think being the asshole to explain to them that it's paralyzed.
Let's see if we get Aaron. Third time's a charm. Aaron, can you hear us? Anyways, so you're telling me, let's see if he'll come up in a minute, but you're telling me, Tyler, that so you had a plate, and after your accident, you had a plate and put in your wrist.
Yeah, my left hand, my good arm hand.
Right, and then you removed it for flexibility, basically, to be able to do CrossFit or other things.
I did it specifically for power cleaning, to be 100% honest. Like I wasn't going to be able to do power cleans, and I knew I wanted to try to do CrossFit, and I knew I was going to have power cleans in it. So I was like, I might as well just take this out because it's already bothering me.
Yeah.
So then we ended up just taking it out. But when I did it, the surgeon was like, well, I could have spent more time and scraped more of the stuff out, but I just didn't. I thought it was inconvenient to do that. So I was like, dude, we were in there. You already had me open. Get everything you can get out, because technically I only have one good arm. So why not make that arm as good as possible?
Right. And so now what's going on is you might go back to surgery to...
depending on what they can do. If I can talk to a hand surgeon and they say they can scrape it, and scrape everything that needs to be scraped out of there, then I'm going to definitely do that. Or I don't know if they can just re-break it and fix it. I don't know exactly what's going on in there. So I need to go see a specialist and go get an MRI on it and x-rays on it and figure out what's going on. And if I can do that this year and take care of it this year and then compete next year, then that's fine. Or if they say there's nothing I can do about it, then I'll just deal with the pain this year and still compete, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
Sorry, guys. The house, my parents' house, has a lot of walls, and the router is in the living room, so it just doesn't get much. Yeah. So I'm using my data instead. But
nice. Yeah, you're coming in great.
Yeah, you're coming in good. Yeah. Aaron, can I ask you a few questions about your accident? Because I was really excited to get another BPI person on here, even though that sounds really messed up, but it's
No. I love
It's our lives.
I love talking about it because there's not a lot of information. When I had my accident, I remember being at the hospital, and I will ask the doctors like, "Hey, my arm, I'm trying to move it," and they're like, "Oh, it's probably a plexus brachialis problem. Everything will fix itself, like or not." And I was like,
Yeah,
"That
That's
even
all.
me?"
that's the typical.
That's exactly what they say.
But
So
yeah,
do you still have your other arm?
I do, and it I can move it now,
Okay, sick.
but
Yeah.
it's really limited when it comes to range of motion and strength.
Okay.
I cannot pull, like there is
Okay.
not a. So
So does that mean you don't really have a tricep then? Did it affect your tricep?
I've been able to get back my tricep, but there is not a bicep. So
Gotcha. Okay.
if I
Okay.
try to say pick up like a grocery a bag of groceries, I cannot curl it.
Have you?
Okay, right. How's your hand?
My hand is fine, but it's numbed.
Oh, you have these three numb?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. It sucks. You get used to it.
I have gotten used to it a little more now, but
That's good. After a year, you're already starting to get a little used to it. That's good. I wasn't there yet. After a year, I was still struggling with pain pills a lot. I don't know about you. I'm not going to ask you what kind of medication you're on, but I know I had pain specialists just feeding me oxys, and I kept telling them that I don't want to take this stuff, and they're like, "You don't have a choice whether you take it or you don't take it, but nothing's going to fix your pain." So I was like, "Okay, I'll just stop taking it and just with the pain."
I am currently not taking any medication other than ibuprofen whenever it gets like do some workouts that get it swollen, especially the wrist area. So I also I broke my radius. I broke the radius, and I have a metal piece, putting together the radius. And I know I have one of my athletes is watching. She's a doctor, so I
nice.
gotta be careful because if I say like you son of a bitch, that's not true though. But
did they put you on? Did they put you on gabapentin?
no, they gave me the name in Spanish is called tramadol. Maybe
Okay.
maybe it's the same.
I'm gonna look it up. I know
It's an opioid.
It's a what?
An opioid.
Oh no! So this isn't. Gabapentin isn't an opioid. It helps with nerve pain. It really helped me with nerve pain when it came to like just calming it down. Because when if you've had this injury for a year now, when the storm's coming, you feel the atmosphere changes.
Yes.
The pain gets worse. Sometimes it gets really bad. Sometimes you get that really bad fire feeling in your fingers. The gabapentin slowed all of that down for me. I used to take a lot of that. I don't take any of that anymore. It was holding too much water in my system, and after like a year and a half, I was just annoyed with it.
Likely gave me that during my stay at the hospital because the pain was unbearable. And I remember being at the hospital one night, and one of my cousins was taking care of me, and I grabbed her by like the collarbone. I was like, bring the doctor, please. And she's like, okay, what is it? And I was like, my arm. They need to cut it off right now. It's so bad. The doctor comes and he's like, what is it? So from 0 to 10, how intense is the pain? And I was like, it's a 10. Please, if you need to cut my arm, please just do it. I cannot stand it. And he's like, oh, I need to get that signature to give you some medication. And he took like 20 minutes, came back with something with a nurse. They put it in me, and I was able to sleep for like 3 hours because I had not been sleeping for like 2 days.
Yeah, that is probably they honestly probably gave you fentanyl, to be honest, medical grade fentanyl, not illegal fentanyl. Because that's what they tend to give me every time I go to the hospital for surgeries, is they just put fentanyl or oxys in you, and it's like, dude, I don't want to take any of that stuff. Gabapentin is a lot less, it's a lot more mellow. If you're starting to have, if you're still having the pain like crazy and it's unbearable, I would talk to your doctor about taking gabapentin. It's really like it's not bad for your body. A lot of people take gabapentin for depression too, so it's just a lot less. I have family members that take gabapentin, and they only take like 100 milligrams a day for it for depression, but I was taking 3,000 milligrams a day for pain. So I was on a lot of it, but it did help a lot until I kind of just said, screw it, I'm just going to deal with the pain.
How is how's your mobility? Do you have like some mobility, or is just hanging there? It sounds terrible, but like when I got my
Ryan, can I take my shirt off in this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, this is a medical procedure here.
So
exactly. Yeah.
Obviously size difference. I don't have my deltoids. Like that's my shoulder socket, ball, whatever. My deltoids like way down here. I have tricep. Not all of it's firing, but I do have tricep, and then I just don't have bicep. So like I can go.
I see.
And then your hand too, like.
And then I have that. So that is the only reason why I haven't cut my arm off, is because I have the mobility of my hand.
Yeah,
riding and tying shoes, and I've thought about cutting it off, because talking to other people with the accident, they said that the pain did go away after they cut it, but you ask surgeons and specialists, they say that it won't, because it's phantom pain, and it's like it's obnoxious.
When like all the doctors gave me the worst case scenario for my recovery, like after the surgery in my hips, they're like, you're gonna be in a wheelchair for 8 months. Also, you might never be able to move your arm again, so forget about weightlifting with 2 hands. Forget about like being able to wear a short sleeve t-shirt. Your arm is gonna be there. One option is to cut it off, and they said like, I wish somebody would have tell you that the most common accident for motorcyclists is the plexus brachialis getting damaged. And I was like, yeah, I wish I would have known that, but it's fine, I guess.
I wish they would have gave me the option to cut it off. Every time I've ever asked the surgeon, they just tell me no. They're like, no, we're not going to do it.
Also, sorry, go, Brian.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just curious, because I don't remember. I don't think I think I ever asked you. Do you have pain currently, or are
myself? Wrist. The wrist gets swollen.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's because of the metal piece that I have. Just in the like underneath the wrist area where the movement of the wrist occurs. So I have a just over there, like I don't know.
Yeah. Inside or outside?
It's here. Let me see if you can see, but it's
okay. Yeah,
like there.
I think I see it.
Oh yeah,
and that doesn't allow me to go lower than this or lower than that. So I cannot do handstand push-ups or even push-ups.
Oh.
So that whenever I'm trying to do that, later on it will get swollen and it will hurt. I normally just I take omega-3 and eating tuna and salmon will get the swollen down. But in general, I'm not experiencing a lot of pain. The only pain that I mainly encounter sometimes is in my hips. You can hear it pop out, like you hear like a
your hip,
because of the metal piece getting back to where it wants to be. Even you can see it in my cleans. I catch the bar, like I get under the bar, and you can see that I'm trying to like accommodate the plate, like make it work somehow. But it's an interesting thing because people say like, oh, you did a butt wink and then you went back, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's the plate trying to get better, you know.
So when did the accident happen?
It occurred almost a year ago.
Almost a
In
year ago?
20 days. A year ago.
Wait, hold on. What? Oh, our accidents are basically on the same date.
Really?
My accident's February. It's second, 4th, or 7th. I can't ever remember. It's one of those 3 days.
Mine on the 28th of January. You can see how cleans at my gym's page. Is TOT Club. There is a reel of me doing cleans there. You can see kind of like that little butt wink. That's my gym's and I was with Mike Bergeners when my the photographer filmed that. But
hey, sorry, what's the thing?
It's T as I don't know, as a
Toto?
Yeah. TOT like Oscar. TOT Club. You should appear like that. And it has like a logo with a white image with black lettering.
Okay, gotcha. By the way, we have someone special here.
Oh, look at that.
Victor. What up?
And by special, I mean...
What's up, big boys?
Hey, Vic, how are you?
Chilling. How's everything?
Good.
Happy New Year's for everyone, dude.
Yeah,
thank you.
Happy New Year.
Victor, I have it though, and you're my hero, dude.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, my man.
Aaron, I thought I was your hero.
I'm always looking at your stories and posts, and I'm like, man, I want to be like that one day.
Hey, just keep the good work, my man. Just keep the good work. You'll be there before you know it.
Oh, by the way, we get 3% of prize money if we get top 3. I'm reading Hyler Fit's post right now.
Hyler Fit.
Hyler, whatever the fuck it is. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god, this guy. Oh my god, this guy.
Dude, you're gonna get roasted on. You're gonna get.
I hope so. He fucking talks shit about everyone's form other than the adaptive, and I was really hoping he was gonna talk shit on everyone's form because my form was probably one of the worst. And I was really
I agree that.
I was really hoping to see him just talking shit about me.
This is the big takeaways thing. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah. So if you go 1 over,
okay,
it gives you the breakdown of I just saw adaptive.
Oh my god, 3%. That's shit.
So what?
So go back over. What's 3% of
367?
Just hold on.
367,000 500. Let's see. Times.
That's supposed to be the price now for the first, second, and third.
Did I do that right? 367,500.
Yeah.
3% of that is $110,000.
Well,
I think it's split in the entire division. I don't think it's gonna be for first place.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's gonna be split in 15 divisions, and then the number of that is gonna be based on first, second, and third.
Okay, so let's see. What is it? 110,000 divided by what? 15.
I don't think it's 50. I think it's more because I think you have to multiply or divide by the the first 3 places, and then count all of those for 15, and then that's the number you're gonna get.
Okay. Tyler, do you have the math here?
Oh, me? No, I'm not. I don't do math.
Okay, I was like, I'm getting lost here. Okay, so $110,000 divided by no, it's 30 because it's men and women. 30 divisions. That's $3,666 per division. So in the 1 point, there's going to be prize money totaling 3,666.
I
Apparently,
think it says like the following men and women can receive, and it gives you a breakdown. So
what is Hiller saying here? That the actual takeaways are what? Video.
I know Hiller has been really active recently when it comes to criticism.
yeah,
But I mean, I like it. I like criticism in a way, but sometimes it's hard to keep track of. Like, so.
well, there's
And especially,
criticism, and then there's just crying, and I feel like he's been doing a lot more crying.
yeah, a lot of it is more crying than real criticism or real insight into a situation. Like, and sometimes I have watched videos, and some of them is just nothing. He just talks, and you're like, all right, he's coming up with something. It's coming up, and then he's like, okay, see you next time. And he's like, oh,
yeah,
nothing less said. But I like the guy. He's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the point too. Also, I think he's optimizing his page for clicks and for views.
That's how he makes his money.
And that's how he makes his money. Yeah, and
yeah,
to me that's fine. But that's why I think there's a lot of kind of the rage bait sometimes necessarily, but maybe not the substance. Even if he's making really good points.
Yeah.
For example,
yeah, exactly.
I like yeah, it would be cool if he pumped up like some adaptive division or some story that was coming out of the the adaptive space. That would be cool. That would be interesting. I don't know that he would I wouldn't. I'm not like holding my breath because like I don't see that like those things get a huge amount of likes and views and all that stuff right now.
Like people like they care for like a day or two, and then they are like, yeah, whatever. Like even Roderick, who's been in the show before, he says that he has had a reduction of followers after he's been getting into the adaptive workouts, and it's just interesting that.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he said it.
Holy crap!
I remember that. Yeah,
it's just interesting because it shows you that people want to see these stories, and it's like, hey, look at it. Like, let's give people like us who cannot move in the same way that other people can, and still do it, or even in a more spectacular way. And they watch it for like a day, and then they're like, yeah, I'm over it. Let's go back to fronting. Let's go back to the big guys who can do something with like the way I can do it. And I think it's a problem. I think it's more of a problem of empathy, because most people don't even know what like the plexum brachialis is. There's little to no education when it comes to what an adaptive athlete can do. There is no promotion. And I remember last year, not this year, when Victor was the champ, but I remember like 2 years ago. Was that?
Let him talk, dude.
I'm sorry. No, sorry. A couple years ago, you saying?
Yeah, but a couple of years ago, I remember coaching. I was with my mentor, and he works for CrossFit, and he's telling me like, "Hey, man, are you watching the adaptive athletes?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Look at it," and it was just a camera like in the corner of a stadium.
Yeah, that was stadium. I think that was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was in 2021.
And I was like, and he's like, right? I'm like,
yeah, 2021 was. I mean, it's always been like that. It's nothing new. Maybe for some of you guys that like I said, like are new in the now, not in the sport, but like now in competing in the adaptive division, like it's not new at all. Like it's been always an issue. It's been always a problem of getting the attention or getting equipment or getting the help that the division needs for a proper show, like it usually happens in Wadapalooza. Let's see what happens this year. I mean, we're hoping that it's going to be a better show. The only thing that I'm against it or opposite or just that I don't play with, it's that the adaptive division has been there for 10 years, and Wadapalooza has been there for probably since maybe a few years after they started, and it's always been the same thing: adaptive for the last, adaptive for last, adaptive for last. What happened this year? And no, it has nothing to do that Will Watt is not involved. It has nothing to do with it.
Mhm.
I understand that other people want to grab the the batoon or whatever that is, but like they want to like come forward and try to do something,
Right.
and it's not because of any other reason that the organization of Wadapalooza or Live and Loud or whatever it is that's going on back there doesn't give the proper attention and just always makes it hard for the adaptive division to just complete whatever. And so they leave us for last. And what I was going with is like now they have a contract with this new European company, I think it is. And
Yeah.
the thing is that athletes like Tyler, like Brian, like me, and you guys are new, but the rest of us that has been in the same circle for a long time, there's not even a qualifier, dude. Like, why would I want to go to a place that I'm not even compete with the people that I'm usually competing, or that I'm gonna get at least some type of push in the competition? Like, you're leaving that for first, the first one it's there, the first one is gonna get it. So the division's not even full. So you have a few people competing in one division, then you have two in another division. Then what are you gonna make? You're gonna make like everyone goes against everyone, like the same thing that's been happening forever in the fucking division. What's the deal? What's the goal? Like, how are you gonna grow it if you're not giving the opportunity to everyone and to do it the right way? No, it went back 10 fucking years.
So for all the other divisions, like the non-adaptive divisions, they all have
everyone has a qualifier.
They all have qualifiers, so everyone other than adaptive. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That makes it, and especially because I know Wadapalooza is a massive, massive competition. For it being that big of a competition, they did have some kind of.
There's tons of divisions. There's teams. There's all the age groups. So
that's why you see maybe two of the 15 names that I saw I recognize, and one is Artem and the other one is Morgan.
Artem just travels all over the place just to compete. Like,
he's got that.
It's not like we're winning money off of this stuff.
No, but I know. But I think what he's doing is like just taking an advantage of the opportunity of coming down to the States.
Mm.
And if he's already in New York, it's going to be easier for him. But he's trying to go and live in New York.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
He's trying to flee Russia.
He's trying to get out of Russia so he can. It's easier for him to just move down and compete and stay somewhere closer to the States.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Vegas this year? I'm happy. It's a lot closer to me.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like 4 hours for me, so I'm gonna.
It's gonna be fun. It's just more heat.
I'm okay with that too.
Not mad about it. It's just a dry heat.
I love it.
Sorry, Tyler. Right? What are we thinking about? What?
So the finals this year for the adaptive games are going to be in Las Vegas.
Qualifier, the semifinals.
Oh, the
semifinals? No.
Is it semis?
No,
I think it's the games.
It's the games, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
we don't hurt
anyone, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have essentially a semifinals.
Right. I think it's all online it's this
qualifiers. Oh shit. Oh.
But no, Victor, I think you're onto something, because I was there was like part of my mind that was like slightly.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I think the first 10 are just going to travel there, qualify for the games, and then decide the games are going to be in San Antonio. That's what I thought.
No, because if you look at it, it says top 10.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the same thing. It's just the way they worded it didn't make sense. But if you go to it, it'll say the top 10s for the semifinals. or sorry for the finals.
So
and they're
we're
calling it
competing,
like divisional games.
we're competing in Vegas, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the teens and the masters are going to be together in Ohio.
I'm gonna smoke your ass, dude.
We'll see if I compete.
Whoa, come on. Let me baby.
You weren't even here at the beginning of this. I might have to go get surgery on my.
Wow, what's going on?
I'm still having that wrist pain here.
Yo, that shit's swollen, dude.
No, that's my bone.
Fuck, what's going on with it?
When I got in my accident, I blew this hand up basically, and it
Oh, I have the same stuff.
shattered it, and I had a plate, and the cartilage built up, and now it hurts when I bend my wrist.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I have the
so
same.
I'm gonna try to go get it scraped. If I get it scraped, I probably won't be able to compete this year.
Oh man.
Or I might be able to, if I do it now, if I do it soon, I might be able to just. I might be able to make it to the finals.
I mean, the open is like in what? In February, the end of February. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but that's just the open. So I mean, to be honest, the open
It's a long
is the
season.
hardest thing to make it through. So if I can just compete and try to make it through it, if I have surgery and
yeah.
I have the same stuff, and again, that doctor that is a client of me, told me
He's
about.
watching.
Remember what it's called? But yeah, I have the same stuff on my other hand, the good one.
Oh yeah, so it's basically it's cartilage.
Yeah, she said something about it's like a new layer of calcium of bone, and maybe she's gonna kill me if this is wrong, but again, I also have it, and it's uncomfortable. Whenever you're doing something and you push, you can just feel it, and it's crazy. She told me that they could scrape it, they could take it off, but I would have to go to the doctor and probably get that examined.
Aaron, where are you from, dude? Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm from Mexico City. Right now, I'm in Mexico City. I'm visiting my parents.
Oh, nice.
Can you hear them though?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you in Spanish, like, because I can hear the accent, like, really strong accent.
It's just an accent. He doesn't actually speak Spanish. No sabo kid.
Accent to seem like I'm a foreigner, but yeah. No, to seem interesting, you know.
Where do you live? Like,
right now, I live in Tijuana, Mexico. That's where I have a gym.
Oh yeah, you're in Mexico City.
Yes, right now I'm in Mexico City.
Yeah, but you live in Tijuana.
But I live in Tijuana, and I co-own a gym there.
Nice.
With a very good friend of mine. Is actually the first and the only weightlifting gym open to the public in Mexico. There are no weightlifting gyms like the ones in the States or Europe or anywhere.
Oh, nice, dude. Hell yeah.
We've been having to pave the road for it. Yeah, that's it.
I found it finally.
Nice, dude.
So we I have a mentor. He works for the seminar staff. Oh, that's me. Yeah.
There we go.
With Mike Bergner.
Yeah.
You can see my arm is messed up there. You know.
So yeah, this is what it looks like here. But so you're not using your right bicep at all. It's just kind of.
Are you like Josue?
What's that?
Like Josue, kinda.
Yeah. He has a little bit of bicep though. If you look at him,
I think he has. Is it ALS?
I'm not sure. I follow him online and everything. I see his videos and all, but I haven't asked. I'm always sending love. Like, hey man, you're the best. Hey man, like, good lift, whatever. Oh, you're being too humble. But I haven't asked. Like, I don't know the guy. But yeah, it's been getting better. The arm used to be almost like Tyler's when I was out of the hospital. That's why the doctor said, like, oh, forget about, something like that. Forget about.
God, I wish I could bend my wrist like that.
Huh. No,
sorry,
you guys forget about lifting it again.
Yeah.
Now I'm lifting it. They said, "Oh, you will never be able to do shit." And
oh my god, fucking doctors, dude.
Yeah, they're terrible. Except the one that is my client. She's great.
You gotta
No, she's really good though.
I'm watching
Show the
the
love. Show the love. Show love.
yeah. I'm watching the chat here to see if she pops up and says, "Hey, Aaron, you're so awesome," or whatever.
Is any of you guys going to Wata?
Going to what?
Was that?
Wadapalooza?
No.
I'm still trying to figure out if I can go to Sea Dogs or not.
Oh, Summer Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we have 24 athletes now.
I want to. It's really going to be what the doctor says, though. So I'm hoping by the time this month ends, I'm hoping by the time this month ends, I'll find out what's going on with my wrist, so I can get an answer if I can compete or not.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't want to have to. If I feel like if I keep doing it, keep working out, I feel like I'm going to have to fuse my wrist together.
Yeah, no.
And I'm so worried about that. So
yeah, be careful.
Victor, you yourself are from Ecuador?
Yes, I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador, yeah. But you live in the States now, huh?
Yeah, I've been living in the States for 4 years.
How come though?
It's easier to. I mean,
because America, freedom.
nah, that shit's a lie. No. So I came down here because I qualified for the games in 2021, and I also qualified for a competition called Bacon Beatdown back in 2021. That was 2 months prior to the games. So I came to the States, and I knew that I was gonna meet up with some friends there in Daytona. So I went down. I stayed there. I competed there. It was all fun and shit. And then they were like, "Hey, the games are like 2 months away. Like, you should just stay here and get ready, and whatever you need, we'll just cover for it, whatever." And I was like going, like spinning in my head, like thinking about it. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stay for like 2 more months, and then I'll go back to Ecuador." So I stayed for those 2 months. I went down or up to Raleigh where they live, and they offered me a job. So I was working there. They offered me a working visa and all that. So I was working there and doing all that. And then a few years after, I got an offer to come down here to Florida. And obviously I was like going through a really harsh time, and like in my mind, everything was just not working. So I took the offer, and yeah, dude, and I've been in Florida for I think 10 months now.
Nice. Where in Florida?
In Jupiter, Florida.
Jupiter. All right. My grandpa, who just passed away, lived in Miami.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, dude.
It's fine. We were not that close. He was closer with my mom. So reason why we're throwing this party is to like get the family together.
Yeah, bring the.
So, but yeah, no. The thing, I never visited him because we were not that close.
Oh, okay.
He was closer with the sons and daughters. My friend who's a doctor says, "You better say that I'm a good doctor, you asshole."
Did they text you that?
Yeah, she just saw it. But it's just interesting because we were eating before jumping into the call, and all my family's here. Oh, that's my doctor. Yeah, that's the doctor.
Dr.
She's
Valeria?
great though. No, like for real. Not only as a doctor, but as a person, she's a really good person. Anyway, so before jumping into the call, my siblings and my parents were talking about the fact that everyone here has a motorbike, and the accidents in the motorbikes here and the motorcycles are every day, like all the time. And you are on your car on the highway, and then 4 motorcycles pass you by left and right. They're behind you, they're in front of you, they brake like nothing, and it's just interesting. The culture here is like it's just interesting to see that motorcyclists here really risk a lot, just for the fun of it.
The entire South America, North America, it's that way, dude. We don't give a fuck.
It is interesting, and it is not like that in that much in the northern area of Mexico where I live at, but but on the contrary, in Tijuana, in the border city with the states, with the United States, car drivers are the ones that are unconscious about motorcyclists, because closer to the United States, there is a little bit more of conscious when it comes to protection. So when I got my accident, I had all the gear, all of it. Like I had a jacket, I had boots, I had helmet, gloves, everything that you can imagine, like spine protector, and that helped in order for me to not get as injured as the people here in Mexico City who fall and they're not even wearing a helmet. And the rate of people dying from minor crashes here is unbelievable. Um, so every other day you hear like, oh, two people killed in a motorcycle, a baby and the mom. How come? Oh, the mom had the baby in a backpack. You're like, what?
What the fuck?
Bruh.
You're like,
Yeah, that reminds. So I lived in Shanghai, China for a few months, and it was like that. Like, you'd see these mopeds with the entire family on the fucking moped.
yes.
That
Like,
happens in
mom,
India, dude.
dad, and,
India.
like
Number
3 kids, and it was the wildest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
The kids
My
in the backpack.
like who's going to the party tomorrow, he was just telling me like, oh man, like my business is thriving, like lots and lots of motorcycles everywhere. I get tons of work to do, like, and doctors, man, like doctors, like broken wrist, broken ribs, broken skulls, broken noses, because people just crash for stupidly. They're not even in main, like in really dangerous accidents. They just crash because they try to avoid the red light, and they crash against a car that they brake on time. So it's just like, Jesus Christ. And that's when I see that, like, I was lucky. I was lucky in a way of keeping my life, keeping being alive after an accident like the one I had is almost a miracle. So now that I'm here in my parents' house, all the neighbors come over and they're like, "We gave you for dead." Like when your mom told us, "Oh, he's in the hospital. He fractured his hips, the face, the arm. He had rhabdomyolysis." We're like, "Oh, he's gonna die." Like, but you pulled through though. And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, CrossFit."
Were you pretty fit? Were you pretty fit at the time when you during it when
I
you had,
was
you know,
though, and I wish I would have let me see if I can go to Instagram right now. Oh, I cannot go to Instagram, but no, I can't. But
is it
I
on your?
was.
Oh,
It's not.
okay.
But oh yeah, maybe in one of the
Aaron,
photos,
did you get hit or did you hit something?
I hit someone who was doing an illegal U-turn while drunk.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
So
and then you basically T-boned into them and you went flying.
yes, yeah. So no,
Right.
if you go to my profile, like my personal one, there's a series of photos there, like the one, yeah, that one at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that hair, boy.
Yeah, that is dope.
The hair was lifting weight.
Yeah.
Oh, the gun show.
I was strong, yeah.
Yeah.
I was 76 kilograms at the time. Right now I'm 70, so I'm 6 kilograms down or lower than I used to weight when it comes to muscle.
I don't know,
But
program.
the system, the health system is messed up. Like so the doctors told me like, oh man, if you would not have had the midline stability that you had, like the muscles in your core, your spine would have like crashed into itself and gotten broken. But you were strong. And I was like, yeah, but that's because I do weightlifting and CrossFit and shit. And they're like,
yeah, but if you do that again, you're gonna get hurt. Do it ever again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, how
That's so
come?
funny.
You know, like it just messed up. It just tells you that um, the health system is not there.
They all have the same answer, dude. All of them have the same answer.
All of them. Like, oh, you have pain? Stop moving. Oh, you
Yeah.
cannot medicate. Here you go. Oh, you're having gut troubles, gut problems. Okay, here's some whatever, some medication. Instead of saying like, what are you eating? Like, are you eating meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, a little starch and no sugar? You know, a little fruit and no sugar. No, they're like, oh,
Just stop
your
moving.
diet matter. Here it is. There you go. Take this, and if it doesn't get fixed, we can increase the amount of medication they will give you. So you will be lucky to find a good doctor, though.
So, Aaron, speaking of competing, do you have any plans? What are you thinking about the competition here coming up?
I don't know anything about competing though. Like I will do the open, but I have no clue how to do it. I don't know how to register for what is it
Everything,
called?
everything is gonna be whatever you need to know or whatever you want is gonna be down on WheelWad page. So
Okay.
when they announce the open or anything, or registrations or anything, it's gonna be the first thing is gonna be there, or CrossFit.
If you do compete, are you going to try to do 1 point contact, or are you going to try to do 2 point contact?
Two point, because I can like that's something that my athletes don't see and people don't see. But because I try to work in the shadows, you know, like the League of Shadows from Batman. But I now I have muscle ups, like
Oh,
muscle
nice.
I
ups.
was going to ask about muscle ups.
I have power cleans. I have cleans. I have some muscle snatches. I have ring dips a little bit. I have a few other movements that I can do that I do alone or I do at gyms, and that my mentor has programmed for me, my coach and mentor. And when my athletes see it, they're like, "Oh, look at that!" Even with one of my friends, he's the co-founder of the gym we work at. We work out at. We were doing squats, and he's pretty fit himself. So we were doing 1 rep max of back squats, and I think we already had like 255 on the bar. And I tell him, "Would you put the 25s on?" And he's like, "Wait, 25s extra on what we have already?" I'm like, "Yeah, just put them on." He puts them on, and I go for it, and I squat it, and he goes to spot me, and I'm like, "I'll be fine." And I squat it, and then he's like, "Oh shit, man!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I've been doing the work, you know, like
Yeah.
I've been
What
doing
was-
my home
What was your PR before the accident? Was it
back squat like 305.
okay?
Front squat was like 295 ish, maybe 290. I can't remember exactly. But I'm a small guy though. Like I'm only like the heaviest I was 76 kilograms, which is like 160 pounds maybe.
Thanks for answering that, 'cause I was about to look
I was
that
gonna Google it.
Yeah.
What's that in freedom units?
What's that in American?
up. Fucking freedom units. That's all.
Yeah, you Americans will measure in
Anything except for
Brian, how much do you weigh? 'Cause I'm at like 190. I'm at 190 right now, naked.
yeah. I'm naked. Why do you gotta add that in?
Because people will put clothes on, and that's
I'm just kidding. No, I'm I'm like 190. Yeah, I'm like 191. Like same, you know,
which is weird.
Yeah,
I haven't been in this life
naked.
in a long time.
naked, just in case
Naked.
you're wondering.
Victor, how much do you weigh? Like 180 as well?
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm on 167.
Oh, we're pretty much the same though, almost.
Victor's
Yeah,
not that. You haven't been
haven't-
working out that much.
I haven't been working out since after the games.
He's just
I
coaching.
just,
So
I just been doing.
Bitch, you just did 1,000 burpees.
I know, but
That's a workout. That's 1,000 fucking burpees. Go fuck
You
yourself.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I haven't been doing my programming or following my
There you go.
programming as
There you
much
go.
as I should. I just been doing hero workouts and
Dude, yeah,
challenge.
I gotta ask you about that because that's
Fun.
fucking insane. Was
What?
that 2 hours? Like, obviously, you took a little bit of breaks in between. I'm hoping you took a little bit of breaks.
I was taking like maybe 20, 25 seconds after every set of 20,
Okay, and then
Okay.
you just hop right back into it.
and they have right back into it.
Were you doing when you do one? Would you step up, or
No.
were you doing jump ups every time?
No, it was a jump up every
Jump
time.
up every time. That's fucking gnarly, dude. That's
My
fucking insane. That's
fucking-
probably the craziest thing I've ever seen you do.
My fucking hamstrings, dude, were.
I bet. I fucking bet, dude. Like, even after just doing the 1,000 box step ups, my fucking legs were done. I couldn't imagine trying to do the fucking burpees.
It was fun though, dude. I had a lot of people doing it with me, so it was fun.
If
thought
I can get my wrist to be able to bend properly with the surgery, I definitely want to try to do it with you next year. I just do. There's no way. I do fucking 10 burpees, and I want to quit.
I know.
It hurts so fucking bad.
I just want you to know once you reach the 600 rep, you're gonna be like, fuck this. I don't need to do anything to no one. I don't need to do this anymore. And
I think
there's where you have to push it. Like, oh,
Yeah, I think the most I've ever done was 150 at one time, and and it was like just in the middle of a fucking workout. I couldn't imagine doing more.
it's a lot.
There's that guy Victor in the video you shared that he just like took his shoes off. He just,
Rob,
like,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's a dark place, man.
yeah, he's fucking
Goes to the
caveman,
restaurant.
dude. He just doesn't care.
I bet that guy goes pooping and he also gets naked. You know, he's just like, all right, shit is about to get real. Literally,
It's like it's about to throw down, man.
It's a full workout. Like,
He's the kind of
I
guy
don't-
you get
I
in a
don't-
fight
I
with.
don't-
He
I
like
don't
takes his
remember-
clothes off.
I can't remember who said it at my gym, but they were saying like, oh man, like, don't you have that feeling also when you get into the restroom and you're about to take a really big dump and then you start taking clothes off? You're like, oh, okay, I'm getting too hot. And I was like, I never thought about it. You know, like I have felt the heat, but never actually took my clothes off. You know?
I feel like I've heard of that kind of thing. Or you see on Twitter, like you see the footprints and then the handprints right next to it.
Yes. Yes, I have seen it, but I have never done it actually. Though I have gone pooping naked, which doesn't count like taking your clothes off because you're already naked. So
You know,
leave
okay,
alone.
like-
So I can be in my house like in all balls, like almost.
what the hell are we
no?
talking about?
But
Yeah. So who's poop naked here? You know. Oh my gosh.
it should be a new standard, you know. No, but going back to the question though, yes, I want to compete. I want to get to whatever I can get, and I will be asking for help though because I don't know. And something I learned that is that people is willing to help you though. What is it? Yeah, that's when shit gets real serious. I couldn't finish reading, but
You're
no,
closing
but
up pretty good.
what I have learned in the last year is that if you ask for help, there will be people willing to help you. And
Yeah.
I have a German friend. His name is Robin Vader. He lives in San Diego, and he has helped me a lot. And I asked him like, "Hey, dude, like, why do you help me so much?" And he's like, you might never be able to pay me, but maybe in the future you will do something for my kids or my grandkids. And I know that I trust you enough to know that you will do what is right. And I feel kind of the same for the people that I help. Like I'm not thinking of getting anything from you. Like I just want to help you, you know?
and maybe in the future, whenever I have kids or if I ever need anything, you'll be there and you'll remember. So I know that I count on you on showing me the way, though, because you have more experience than me, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I mean totally. I think I mean all three of us are I think willing to help you, especially because you're in the 2 point,
definitely.
not the 1 point. So you're not going to threaten Victor.
What the hell?
I know, right? People like
That's your blessing, man. That's
I'm not worried, bro.
it would be a conflict of interest for him to help me, knowing that I could defeat him, right?
Yeah, that's what everybody says, dude. You know,
You have proved them wrong year after year, right?
I
year
try.
after year.
I
You
try. I try.
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't care how many championships you got. You'll never have Brian's quads. Have you seen his quads? Like the quads Brian has. I was like,
My
oh
quads?
damn, dude.
Yeah, I've seen him
Yeah,
Damn,
up close
like-
and personal.
in
Huh?
person.
I grew them myself. Yeah.
I learned everything I know from Victor though. So in
Well,
some ways,
I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help. Whatever you guys need.
We were
Increase
just
my
talking
quantity.
before you joined, Victor. Tyler was just about the possibility or why he has not cut his arm off. Because I also had that option. When I first got in my accident, they mentioned like, oh, you'll never be able to move it. It's gonna be hanging, and one option is to cut it off. It will give you a better life experience. You know. Thankfully, I was able to recover some of it. I'm still working on it, but
Yeah,
But
you
I-
have a lot. You still have a lot of movement. I would not cut that off. You have a fuck ton of movement on that arm. I would keep that.
yeah,
as
no,
much
no,
as you
I
can.
don't think we'll cut it off, but I can move it. I cannot, like, if I try to pick up like my niece or my nephew, I have to do it with one arm because this one doesn't pull.
Yeah.
And I was at my gym showing the muscle up just the way CrossFit teaches it, and I was like, okay, let's see if I can get it done, and I wasn't able. Like, no, it's not there, not at all. I can curl 2.5 pounds, and that's like shaking. That's like barely moving up. So it's just kind of like, okay, that's how it's gonna be. So
So do you?
They
do you have-
didn't do any nerve transfers for you or anything?
so the way the health system works in Mexico is really unorganized. Even though it's pretty healthcare, it's pretty inefficient in a way. So they send me to one hospital and they would send me to another, and back and forth.
Oh, we're losing Aaron again.
Between all of that, uh, the doctor who first attended me never told the other doctor who took. If you can hear me again.
I think we got you.
I think you're frozen on my screen. I can hear you though a little bit.
He's frozen now.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, so the health system in Mexico the health system in Mexico is inefficient.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunate. And I feel like it's
The
that way
health system-
everywhere too, though.
Yeah, no, but here, I mean, it's understandable. It's 130 million people, and it's free healthcare. It's not the best one there, but when I got like one of the things that I can actually say that worked was my unemployment. Like they cover my disability every single month. I would get my payments for my paycheck, so that's how the system works. That's how I was able to go to different doctors and gyms. And just I visited my family all over the United States because my salary was being covered But so during when they first took me into the hospital, they sent me to one hospital that is near my house, and then they sent me to another for the following checkups. Between that communication, the doctors never communicated to each other that I needed or that I could have a nerve transplant. So when after the 6 months, after another electromyography, they were like, "Hey, why didn't Doctor whatever mention tell you about the nerve transplant?" And I'm like, "What nerve transplant? The one you were eligible for?" I'm like, "I didn't know I was." And the doctor is like, "If I were you, I would sue us."
You
But
still
would
can
be
get it though,
in
can't
a
you? I mean,
lot.
your muscle's a lot less than what it used to be, but you still should be able to get one.
According to the new electromyography, it will be
Oh
pointless.
my god, I hate that fucking test.
The EEG, it's not that bad.
I fucking hate it.
It's a little.
I don't think I've ever had
I
that.
have some. I will let you.
That's-
I will let you see
That's
it.
the one. That's the one that they put the needles on your fucking arm. Yeah.
Yes.
I've had it like 4 times trying to find, do so many different tests trying to get.
Yeah, no, hell no, I hate that shit.
It's so long. It's like 2 hours just sitting there, and you're like jumping. You're like, Jesus.
It was so painful when I had it, dude. It was so painful when they did it on me. So painful. It was horrible.
So the doctor, listen, you can sue us. You have to get a lawyer. It will probably be extended for years. We could compensate you or not, depending what the judge says. But if I were you, I would just try to get as much movement and range of motion and strength as possible in the next year, which is when the final version of yourself is gonna settle. Like the nerves are gonna just like station there. Yeah. First 2 years. Or you can try to get that transplant and see what happens. But I wouldn't do it anymore because it is probably pointless at this point. It should have been done immediately, almost like a month after. And it's our fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do you want me to tell you?
Well, the reason that they would want you to do it right away, though, would be because of the muscle loss. But you are already showing signs of movement back in your arm. I would recommend going and trying to see another specialist. You might have to do that EEG again, but because with you having the movement, something's firing in your arm still. So the muscle isn't dying. You know, it's not like my bicep where my bicep's completely gone now because I haven't had anything firing into that arm for almost 4 years now, even with a nerve transplant.
Yeah, right. I could have another opinion. But I'm moving well. Like I'm getting, like my coach, he did wonders with some programming that he gave me. He's not a doctor. He's just a CrossFit level 3. He's seminar staff and everything. But he saw me. He evaluated me. He gave me a bunch of workouts to do at home at my own gym. Later on, I was like surprised, and I even texted him like, "Hey, dude, like, look, I'm doing cleans now." And he's like, "Why do you think I send you the stuff that I send you for? You know, like to do. Like I know my shit." And I've been going to therapy, like physical therapy. The only therapy that I haven't taken is the mental one, you know, the psychological. But I have a friend who says like, as long as you don't have PTSD for like car horns or getting in a motorcycle, you should be fine. Interestingly enough, though, today, yesterday, that I was sleeping in my parents' house. When my parents went to my house in Tijuana to take care of me, they would sleep in the other room. My dad, he works in the city hall, so he gets a lot of calls, like people trying to reach him to ask him what to do. So his phone would be ringing when I was like out of the hospital. Today, his phone was ringing, and I was having flashbacks of the accident.
Oh shit!
So the ringtone of my dad reminded me of when I was getting like out of the hospital and all of that. So that's
Oh,
the only
interesting.
that I have, and I remember just being um like back in pain. Interesting. But other than that, I hopped in a motorcycle. My friend Robin loaned me his motorcycle. We went on a little ride for a little bit. And all
So
was good.
you remember your accident 100%?
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, either do I. And
Yeah.
I hope I never do
Nothing. And
remember it.
I was also put in a coma for like 7 or 8 days, maybe 9 days or
Okay.
something like that,
Okay.
to endure the pain.
I
Uh,
didn't get put in a coma. I was out for probably 7 hours, and I woke up
okay.
in the MRI machine. But I don't remember. I remember being on top of a mountain and then waking up in the MRI machine. I don't remember the 7
Yeah,
hours.
I think yours was a little more dramatic than mine, but yeah, I don't remember anything. Like, I just remember Thursday I get on an accident on Friday. I don't remember anything from Friday. I just woke up at the hospital and they were like, "Oh, welcome back. Like you had an accident. You
Oh,
almost."
almost died.
And next,
Oh, so we're kind of losing. Oh, are you back, Hearing? Hey,
I think I'm back.
what's that?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay, we got you. Hey, guys, I gotta run pretty quick here, but Aaron, I don't know. I wanted to see if there's anything you wanted to kind of ask to kind of wrap up, or questions or comments or anything like that. And Tyler, I know you had some questions you wanted to write.
No, I kind of pretty much answered all of them. I just wanted
You
to
got 'em?
know the injury and how it happened and
Yeah.
the biggest thing is you're a year into this, so that's good. But are you good? Are you okay? You're mentally okay? Because that was my biggest struggle. I don't give a shit about me paralyzing my arm. I don't care about all the injuries that happened to me. I cared about the mental problem that I had, smashing my head so hard that I got put into a giant depressional hole that I had to dig myself out of. So whenever I hear about someone getting an accident, especially with a BPI that was on a motorcycle, my biggest fear is that they're going through the same shit that I went through mentally. So
I've been through a lot, but I have been taken care of by a lot of people. My co-owner at the gym, his wife, um, Diego and Vico are their names. My coach Gary Villegas, um, and just everyone at my gym, like every single one of my clients, they just been really supportive. They've been there. Um, I think the hardest thing for me right now is to reconciliate the fact that I cannot move the same way that I moved for over 12 years, and I'm trying to find the mental ability to accept that. And I read philosophy and everything, and I'm trying to constantly remind myself like this happens for a reason, and it did happen for a reason, because within like in a year I was able to develop as a coach as I never thought I would. I was able to get to know, like I was able to go back to Mike's Bergner's gym, take some of my athletes there. So it's a blessing in disguise, though. Um, there are
it can be. It definitely can be.
yeah, there are some
It's,
good days, there are some bad days.
you
But
have to look at it that way, and you have to understand that shit happens. Life's. You know what I mean? You just figure it out, and you just keep stepping forward, and you'll be happy again. You have to find something that motivates you, though, and that's what CrossFit did for me. I'm sure that's what did it for you too. And the same thing with Victor. You find something to motivate yourself to keep pushing forward and to just keep getting better.
yeah, no, I am definitely trying to stay positive, not overly positive. I like to be more realistic than positive.
Yeah.
But as a general, like the general idea that I'm trying to give is that um, if you try to see the blessings you'll be fulfilled with them. If you try to see everything that is wrong about any situation, then you'll find yourself in a pit hole. Um, and 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 I've been blessed, like in a lot of ways. I've been surrounded by people that really care and are interested about my business. But more specifically, I have found that purpose in coaching. Um, and the God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has sent the right people at the right time. Um, and it's just like even you guys, like right now, like getting to know the fact that I will not be alone when it comes to the qualifying process or the how to locked in for Will Watt or anything. It's really amazing. And even knowing that my athletes are watching this video is really refreshing because and I know they're watching because they're sending me texts right now like, oh, you look terrible. Oh, why is your signal so bad? We should do a GoFundMe to pay for your internet bills. It's just interesting. But and no, as a final remark, I want to say that I really admire you guys. Like, I got to know Brian thanks to the games. Like the Wilwad and Roderick. Roderick posted about Brian. I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so identified with you guys. I can see myself in you. I know your struggle. Um, and it just is like that knot in my throat right now because I just feel like I belong. And one of my athletes, Victoria, is sending a message right now, and he's like, "The one arm army" or something like that. One arm.
Yeah.
And she's always poking fun at me because I have only one strong arm and the other one is just there. But no, I thank you. It's just really nice to get to know people like you.
Yeah, dude. Of course, it's been super fun. And we'll have to kind of reconvene the one arm army. I love that. That's hilarious.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, we can get that. We can make it a shirt. One arm army.
That's a shirt. That's a shirt.
I will talk to one of my designers to see if he can get it done. One arm army. And also, before you guys leave, I would want to extend an invitation for anyone who wants to lift with me and my team in Tijuana, Mexico. Come over, come down, free of charge. Come over, have some fun. Yeah, Tijuana, Mexico, and just hit it up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! The first thing that I'm doing when I get my documentation is going to Mexico.
Yeah, come over to Tijuana though. It's so much fun, man. Like Mexico is great.
You're only 5 hours from me.
Yeah, you're close, dude. You're close.
You're only 5 hours from me.
Yeah, it's not far. Not far.
I'm not going to Mexico, sorry, but you're only 5 hours from me. If I ever do go to Mexico, I'll hit you up.
It's better than you think, though. Well, Brian is a Mexican as well.
We'll keep you safe, Tyler. We'll keep you safe.
Yeah, as long as
I think the mom or the dad is.
What's that?
As long as I'm meeting up with some natives, I'm down to go to Mexico. But I gotta know people there because I ain't going by myself.
Like my whole crew, my gym will protect you. We're strong
like,
people.
You look like a Mexican, Tyler. What are you talking about?
Yes. Hi guys.
Oh, my eyes.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás, bitches?
Dude, my eyes. I've got to warn us. You got to put some sunglasses on.
Yeah, it's freshly shaved too.
That was bright. God, man.
Yeah,
dude, I
don't even want to fucking hear it. I've been balding since I was like 18.
Aaron's got the flow.
I have a good hair.
I used to have beautiful long hair too, and it just started receding. So I didn't want to be one of those weird people that has a receding hairline. So
you're good. You did good. Yeah.
You
look good. You look good.
I wear a hat 99% of my life. So.
All right, good. Yeah, well, guys, this was super fun. This is awesome. thanks for joining, everyone.
It was fun
And,
to be here.
No,
I
thank
know I
you.
got here
Thank you
late,
for
but it was
having me.
fun to be here and
It's
getting to meet you a little bit, Aaron. It was fun.
No, thank you, Victor. I'm always watching you, and I'm a fan, and I know my athletes right now. They're poking fun at me because I'm your fan, and they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm his fan, whatever. I have a
Nah,
new
nah,
hero.
don't worry
Building
about
his
it.
ego.
But
Can
I've
you
been
What?
following you.
please stop?
Dude, Victor
Shut
doesn't
up,
need
Tyler.
any more.
He already thinks he's the best in the fucking world.
I am.
Don't keep
I am.
fucking
Eric,
building.
you don't need
He's
to. You
gonna
don't
get
need to do
beat
this.
year. I'm gonna fucking beat him.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
He just left. Oh no! I think that was an accident.
I think he's still there, dude.
No, I don't see him.
No, I think he dipped out.
All right. I'm gonna go get some food, asshole.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Catch you later.
Guys,
Love
hey,
you, dude.
good to see you guys.
Take care.
See ya. Bye.
How the fuck?